By the way, I have your cards here. These are all candidates for judges, except for, I think, Greg Weiss. He's for the county commission. Greg, where are you? Oh, there you are. Why don't you come on up? 3 minutes. 3 minutes you got.
He's never had a lot of pain in his life. Yes.
Good morning.
Okay, Scott, you'll be next.
All right. Good morning. Good morning, Century Village. What's left of Century Village. Happy Donut Day. My name is Greg Weiss. I know you're going to be hearing Happy Donut Day all morning, I think. I'm running for County Commission District 2, and which would be representing your village. A couple things I just want to let you know. Since the last time I saw you, I had the support of our first responders, our fire and our police. And during this last month, I want to let you know that I also received the endorsement of our labor people. So I want to share that with you. Also want to make you aware, as I was coming up here this morning, I was looking on Haverhill and continue to notice the garbage along that road, and I can assure you, and I will reassure you, that as your county commissioner, I will make sure that that gets addressed, because too much gets paid in taxes to have that kind of a mess out there. And then I also want to thank State Attorney Dave Ehrenberg and Mayor Melissa McKinley for their leadership on this opioid epidemic and crisis here in our area. They've done a phenomenal job, and I will continue to support their efforts. So my name is Greg Weiss. I'm running for County Commission District 2 as a Democrat, a proud Democrat, and I hope to get your support. Thank you very much, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you, Greg. Scott Holtz, running for Port Commissioner.
All right, I got applause this time to start, so we're getting better. And a cheer from Madeline. Thank you, Madeline. Good morning, everyone. My name is Scott Holtz. I'm running for the Port Commission. I'm a Democrat running in Group 5. I'm a first-time candidate. I'm a local attorney. I've been an attorney for 9 years. I've had my own practice here in Palm Beach County for the last 4.5 years with my partner, Prestia Holtz, PA. I live in the north end of West Palm Beach. I live just down the street from the port. And I'm running because I think the port can be doing more to expand its economic impact throughout the entire port district. I'm also running because I believe that it's time for fresh perspectives and people new people to get involved, new blood to get involved in politics. I think we can all agree that if there's one thing that needs changing, it's the tone and tenor of our politics, and that goes locally to nationally. And as someone who's been a community activist, I'm two-time vice president of the West Palm Beach Democratic Club. I'm a DEC precinct captain. I've been involved on many campaigns and have a lot of and count as friends and supporters. People like Congresswoman Lois Frankel, Port Commissioner Catherine Waldron, the Mayor of West Palm Beach, Jerry Moyo, city commissioners like Kelly Schoaf and Corey Nearing and Paula Ryan. I've been involved in politics for many years, but decided that now was the time to roll up my sleeves and actually put my name forward to try and serve our community. I've been involved with the community since I've moved here. I'm a South Florida native. My first job was in Miami at the state attorney's office as a prosecutor. I was there for 4 years. I prosecuted organized crime and insurance fraud, and then I moved up here to get into private practice. I'm on the board of the West Palm Beach Police Foundation. I'm the incoming vice president of the West Palm Beach Kiwanis Club. I'm on the board of trustees at Temple Emmanuel on Palm Beach. And I'm also heavily involved. I'm on the board of the Young Lawyers section of the Palm Beach County Bar Association. So community involvement is something that is a true passion of mine, and I'm trying to take that next step forward. I'd like to be your next port commissioner. Again, my name is Scott Holtz. Many of you met my beautiful wife, Cecilia, who's out here supporting me today. Couldn't do this without the support of her and my family. So thank you all very much.
Thank you. Thank you, Scott. Henry Quinn Johnson. 3 minutes, please.
Thank you. Good morning. My name is Quinn Johnson, and I'm running for Circuit Court Judge here in Palm Beach County, nonpartisan countywide election on August the 28th. I graduated of University of Florida Law School. I've been practicing in Pinellas County and here as a prosecutor We'll also have over 100 jury trials. And what's important to me is that we have a judicial system that's fair and that's equal to everyone. I'm also a retired Army Reserve officer. I served 27 years in the Army, in Army Reserves. And so for me, what's important is to make sure that everyone is treated with respect and everyone is treated fairly. Again, my name is Quinn Johnson. My website, quinnjohnsonforjudge.com. And this past week, or the Monday, obviously, we celebrated Memorial Day. I celebrated with my Veterans of Foreign Wars group that was in Boca Raton. And it was a very moving experience for everyone to be able to see the World War II veterans, the Korean War veterans, the Vietnam veterans who are finally feeling, it's safe to come home, and also to the Iraq and the Afghanistan war veterans like myself. And so I also gave a speech last Saturday at the Veterans of Foreign Wars in Palm Springs, and it's actually uploaded onto my Facebook. So if you go to my Facebook, quinnjohnsonforjudge.com, or either to my website, you will see it there. So again, ask for your support, ask for your prayers for August the 28th. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Henry. Alex Garcia, where's Alex? There you are. Come on, 3 minutes, Alex.
Thank you guys for waiting around. My name is Alex Garcia. I am running for County Commission District 2. And I'm running because I want to make sure that government works for all of us. I am proud and very appreciative of the fact that I have the endorsement of our current County Commissioner, Paulette Burdick, and also Peyton MacArthur. I am going to be running in County Commission for County Commission District 2 because I want to make sure this village and our district make sure that we have the quality of life that we all deserve. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to stand up to developers. I'm always going to be the citizens' politician, and I'm not going to recuse myself or not take a stand when things get tough. My name is Alex Garcia, running for County Commission District 2. Remember, Alex in August. Thank you.
Thank you, Alex. Joseph Mariuma, where's Joe? There he is. He's running for judge,
Circuit Court.
circuit court judge.
Thanks for all of you who decided to stick around. I really appreciate your time. I think we all appreciate your time. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about myself. My name is Joseph Mariuma, and I'm running for Circuit Court Judge on August 28th. I was born and raised right here in South Florida. My parents are working class Jewish immigrants. My dad has worked for 2 kosher markets his whole life. My mom's a small business owner. I'm actually the first in my family to go to college. I went to law school at Florida International University in Miami. And my wife, Lina, and I live right here in West Palm Beach, and we have 2 beautiful girls, a 1-year-old and a 3-year-old. And in my spare time, I volunteer for an organization called Take Stock in Children, where I mentor 7th grade kids once a week, every week. A little bit about my professional career. When I was in law school, I clerked for the U.S. Attorney's Office right here in Miami. I then worked as a certified intern for the State Attorney's Office here in Palm Beach County. For the past 12 years, I've worked as an attorney for the Public Defender's Office. During that time, I've been in court virtually every day. I've handled close to 5,000 cases, and I've had over 100 trials ranging from homicide to simple traffic offenses. During my career, I've been in front of many judges, and I've seen what works and what doesn't work. And what I've learned is that a judge should be fair, respectful, and efficient. It's as simple as that. And that's what I want to bring to the bench. I have dedicated my entire professional career to serving the public. And that's what I want to do. I want to serve the public. I'm also proud to say that I'm endorsed by the Florida National Organization for Women. Again, my name is Joseph Mariuma, and I'm running for Circuit Court Judge on August 28th. And if you can't remember how to pronounce my last name, just remember what my 3-year-old says when she comes into my room every morning. Joe for Judge. Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. Maxine Chessman. Maxine, where are you? All the way over here. And she's running for judge, circuit court judge also.
Hi, thank you for staying. My name is Maxine Cheeseman, and I'm running for the Circuit Court Judge Group 18. It's an open seat, which means we don't have an incumbent judge because Judge Blanc is retiring. I have 27 years in public service in the science and hydrogeology field, and also environmental. I've been an attorney for the last 13 years. Now you're probably saying, okay, you're running for judge. What's the importance of science and environment to a judicial position? It's very important. Let me tell you why. When you're trained as a scientist, when you have the degrees, the qualifications as a scientist and trained in that as a scientist, you know how to filter information. You have a vast amount of data that you have to funnel down and come to a conclusion really that's important and in concordance with the law. Now, the same thing when you're a judge. You have evidence presented by the plaintiff and the defendant, lots of evidence, and you have to get to that bottom point. You have to funnel that information and make sure that it applies to the law accurately and precisely. As a trained analytical chemist, I know how to do that. I've been doing that for years. In my law practice, I've also applied that. I've represented plaintiffs and defendants in all aspects of the courtroom. I've represented them at hearings, I've represented them at hearings, bench trials, and jury trials. I am uniquely qualified to be a judge simply because of my scientific background, my environmental background, and my law degree. I can hear cases that come before the circuit court all the time in the areas of environment, boundary issues, water quality, water use, environmental restoration, ag-reserve. All these issues are issues that are facing a circuit court judge. So I'm going to bring unique skills to the bench. I ask you for your vote, and remember, August 28th, when you go to the polls, stop, smile, and say cheese. Thank you.
Thank you, Maxine. Maribel Coleman, running for judge. And I think she's got a nice announcement to make, too.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you also for staying. My name is Maribel Reynoso Coleman. I'm running for Circuit Court Judge Group 18. Just to tell you a little bit about me, I was born in Cuba, and my parents brought me here when I was 4 years old. Palm Beach County has been my home for the last 47 years. I've been an attorney for 25 years here in Palm Beach County. I'm married to a man who has dedicated his life to public service. He's a major with the Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office, and I have 4 beautiful children. You'll meet my 12-year-old twins hopefully here in a little bit. To tell you about my career, I started my legal career in public service working with the Office of the State Attorney's Office for 10 years, and during that time I ended up in a specialty unit of crimes against children and sex crimes. I've tried over 100 criminal cases in front of a judge and jury. I've tried over 100 criminal cases in front of just the judge on a bench trial. Since that time, I went to a private law firm where I handled everything in circuit court. I litigated cases in the civil courtroom, which entails personal injury cases, car accidents, slips and falls. I've handled cases in the probate division, which is when someone passes and we probate a will. I've handled cases in the juvenile division of the circuit court and also in the family court. The last 8 years, I've been a family attorney dealing with family and matrimonial law. I have 25 years of legal experience, and all of that experience has been in the circuit court litigating in every single division. I ask that on August 28th you remember what's important. We're not dealing with numbers in circuit court. We're not dealing with formulas in circuit court. We're dealing with people, oftentimes on their worst days. And you want individuals on that bench who know what it's like to be in a courtroom every day, who know what these individuals are facing, and who know the laws that apply in every single division. I ask for your vote again on August 28th, and my name is Maribel Reynoso Coleman. I don't have any catchy phrase, but just remember it'll be the second name on the line with the really long name. Thank you. And after this, I'm having a pizza party. I would love for all of you to come and stop by. You're going to get to meet my 12-year-old twins, and my father, who turns 82 today. So if you see him, make sure you wish him a happy birthday. Thank you. Hope to see you soon.
And that's going to be in the party room next door.
Yes.
That'll be in the party room next door. Thank you, Maribel. Allegra Fung, running for County Court Judge. Allegra, there you are. You guys all got me fooled today. You're all over on the left side.
Thank you, George. Thank you, everybody, for staying. Let me lower this. I'm going to keep it nice and short, kind of like how tall I am. Most of you I've met through these months of campaigning. I'll give you a little brief history. I have been an attorney here in Palm Beach County for 18 years, 9 of which was focused in criminal defense on the circuit and the county court levels. For the last 6, almost 7 years, I have been the senior trial attorney doing primarily litigation on the civil level, doing foreclosure defense and homeowner advocacy. I am the only candidate in my group, which is Group 4, that can honestly say that I have practical and substantial civil and criminal experience. So now let me give you the fun facts. Fun fact number 1, if I'm elected, I will be the first elected Chinese judge in the state of Florida. Fun fact number 2, I'm Chinese Jamaican. And fun fact number 3, I'm actually qualified. So I would hope for your vote on August 28th. Thank you.
Thank you, Allegra. Sarah Willis, all the way in the back. Come on down, as they say, and the price is right.
Bid $1 or 99. Okay. My name is Sarah Willis. I'm running for Circuit Court Judge, Group 25. I have most recently practiced as a general magistrate here in Palm Beach County, one of 9 general magistrates appointed by the chief of our circuit, chief judge of our circuit. As a general magistrate, I was a quasi-judicial officer presiding over circuit court cases involving post-dissolution, that's marriage cases after the final judgment, and paternity cases dealing with issues of time sharing, parental responsibility, child support, and also mental health cases. I had to resign from that position in order to run, so this is the first time I have now been able to come to your meetings, as Friday morning dockets were very heavy. I began my career at the State Attorney's Office under the Honorable Barry Krischer, who I am honored to have his endorsement. I worked my way through the misdemeanor, juvenile, felony divisions, and ultimately served in the Special Victims Unit for 2.5 years, prosecuting crimes against children and rape cases. And I went from there to the Office of Statewide Prosecution at the Attorney General's office. I was able to do 89 jury trials here in Palm Beach County. 73 of them I was the lead or the only prosecutor, attorney prosecuting the case. And of those cases, they involved some of the most awful crimes against some of the most vulnerable victims in our community. I have devoted my career to public service in the courtroom. I have a true passion for ensuring that everyone has an opportunity to be heard, from the most vulnerable victim to the litigant that needs to be heard on every single issue, including not receiving their child support or not being able to pay their child support. So I ask for your vote on August 28th, and I would ask you to please share with your friends. Sarah Willis, no catchy phrase, like Bruce, but not. So I will have some flyers as well afterwards if anyone would like to speak. Thank you.
Thank you, Sarah. Sarah Ledgewich, did I say Ledgewich? Did I say it right? No, but close.
I'm the only person that really needs a catchy phrase because I have a bad name. It's Alievich. So I'm Sarah Alievich, and I'm running for County Court Judge Group 5, and I don't think anybody is here from my race today. Sarah Willis and I will probably confuse people because I also was a general magistrate for 8 years, and we both had to resign to run for this position. We also did a lot of case management. We managed really heavy caseloads on our own from the cases that are assigned to us from the judges. And so as a magistrate, you know that it's really important for people to get their day in court as quickly as possible and that they get their rulings, because I understand that every person that's involved in the court system, that's the focus of their attention while they're involved with the court system. Prior to that, I have been a lawyer in Palm Beach County for over 23 years. When I got out of law school, I started working at the Legal Aid Society, where I represented all the clients that Legal Aid represents, from homeless people, victims of domestic violence, seniors, and children in foster care. That was one of the things that I enjoyed the most, was helping children get out of foster care. I also founded a medical legal partnership project, which provided direct legal services to all the patients, or clients, we call them, at the Palm Beach County Healthcare District. Been in public service my whole legal career, and before that I was a medical technologist in the medical field, so I have a heart for helping people. And my catchphrase is, Sarah has the experience that ranges from A to Z, because Aliyevich is A to Z, so vote for me on August 28th. Thank you very much for your time and for staying.
Thank you, Sarah. Lloyd, comment here. Lloyd, where are you at? There you are, over on, boy, everybody on the left here today.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Lloyd Cometer, and I'm running for County Court Judge, Group Number 4 here in Palm Beach County. I've been practicing law for a little over 27 years here in South Florida, and my practice is a lot of county court work in addition to circuit stuff, a little bit of appeals, some family law, but my passion lies in county court, and I've continually have done the county court work, including landlord-tenant litigation and small claims court. I'm a former civil traffic hearing officer where I've served in a quasi-judicial role on the bench hearing traffic court traffic citations. I'm also a county court certified, Florida Supreme Court certified county court mediator where I volunteer in the courthouse out in Belglade mediating small claims cases and landlord-tenant cases found in the county court division. Personally, I'm married to Merrill. She's a physical therapist by license. She is down in Hollywood at the Home Health Division for the South Broward Hospital District. We have 3 children and a little dog. So I'd love your vote come August 28th. Again, Lloyd Cometer for County Court Judge Group Number 4. Thank you.
Thank you, Lloyd. Did I miss anybody? Come on down. Tell us who you are and give us one of your cards, please, so we can have it for the record.
Peyton didn't get to talk to us.
Oh, Peyton. Okay, we'll get you in a minute. I hope I don't butcher this. Alcolia?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, Alcolia St. Just, and she's running for Circuit Court Judge.
Good morning. Thank you for staying. My name is Alcolia St. Just. I'm running for Circuit Judge in Group 13. I have been a native of Palm Beach County my entire life. I was born in Boynton Beach, Florida, and I have been committed to my practice here in Palm Beach for the past almost 15 years now. My career started as an attorney with the Florida Department of Children and Families, where I worked to represent the state of Florida in protecting the interests of children who've been abused, abandoned, or neglected by their parents. From there, I left to start my own private law firm where I represent parents who are indigent through a contract with the state to provide representation for them in cases where they've been accused of abusing, abandoning, or neglecting their children, and working to help rebuild the family, to connect the family back together, and to reunite the family. I also represent children with special needs, children who've been involved in a dependency case and who have the special need of being involved in either human trafficking, children who have been prescribed psychotropic medication, children who are at risk of being placed in a mental health facility, as well as children who have special educational needs. I also handle family law cases where I represent families involved in dissolution of marriage cases, child support, child custody, paternity, and issues of that nature. Again, like I said, I have 15 years of practice. I have an understanding of the law and an ability to practice the law. I am also in court almost every day on issues before both judges as well as magistrates. And I'm looking to serve as your next Palm Beach County Circuit Court Judge here in Palm Beach County. I have been vetted by the JNC, which is the procedure for which you can be appointed to the bench. I have been vetted and qualified to fulfill the position and sent up for consideration by the governor. And so I'm asking for your vote on August 28th. And when you go to the polls, just remember St. Justice for all. Thank you.
Thank you, Alcolia. And last, Gay Vermine.
Since I'm last, I'm going to give a story. It's a true story. It goes back about 8 years. You can indulge me a little bit on the time.
3 minutes.
I may push it to 3.5 if that's okay.
Okay. All right, I'll give you because you're last.
2011, April and Sheldon were married. They've been married for a number of years. They had 4 kids, 13, 10, 8, and 5. Working class, he worked as a security officer. She worked as a receptionist. And they didn't have a lot of money, no stocks, no bonds. They rented their house and never been in trouble with the law before. Just a nice working class family. The 13-year-old had some behavioral issues, and she started to act out. And what she did was she started to destroy the toys of the siblings. From there, it progressed where she ripped up their clothes and was cutting up their clothes. Sheldon and April, not knowing what to do, decided, let's go. They were church going. They went to talk to their pastor. They punished her. They grounded her. They took away her privileges. They did everything that they could. But it didn't stop the behavior. She continued and continued to the point where Sheldon and April were kind of at their wits' end as parents, and they sent her off to go live with her grandparents. And grandparents were in Baltimore. In 2 weeks, grandma shipped her back, says, I can't handle her. Comes back, and it progressed to the point where she took scissors and she ripped up all the chairs, she ripped up the couch, and then she took items, household items and toys, and started to burn them on the stove. So at this point, Sheldon had a fear for himself, for the siblings, and for his own 13-year-old's safety. So what he did was, he goes out to Walmart, and he buys handcuffs. And at nighttime, when he couldn't watch her, when he couldn't be in the room with her, he would handcuff her to the bed. If she needed to get up and use the bathroom or do something, she would say, Mom, Dad, I got to use the bathroom. They'd let her use the bathroom. She'd go back, and this was their routine. She accepted it, and this was their routine. She was handcuffed every night. She goes to school, and one day at school, the teacher looks and sees red marks on her wrists. Says, why do you have red marks on your wrist? And the 13-year-old girl tells her teacher, well, my dad handcuffs me every night when I go to bed. You can imagine what happened to school. It goes up to the guidance counselor, to the assistant principal, to the principal. Cops get called to the school. Detectives come in, interview the child. Child says, yes, my dad handcuffs me. Special Victims Unit detectives go out to the house. They arrest Sheldon, and they arrest April. April gets arrested for child neglect because she knew about it, didn't do anything. Sheldon gets arrested for aggravated child abuse, is in jail facing 30 years in prison. 2 weeks until they gathered enough money to bond him out. He goes and talks to some attorneys, couldn't afford anybody, goes to the public defender's office, fills out an application that gets declared indigent for cost. Public defender gets assigned